Dun, 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 dun. Hello, hello, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we have a special review of this R2D2 Lego set. Now, this is the newer version of the R2D2 set. They have released this one at least twice in the last 2 decades as a bigger version. And so let's have a look at the smaller version of this and see how what we think about it. So this set is set number 75379. It has 1,050 pieces. Let's have a look at the back of the box here. Obviously on the front you can see R2 against the desert, where we see him in the original Star Wars movie. You can see that on the set it comes with a couple accessories that come off and on. And let's see here. It doesn't really say how big the thing is, but it's about a foot high, let's say. It's not as nearly as big. The larger set is almost at least 50% bigger, if not double the size of this thing. But let's have a look at what's included. Obviously, the instruction manual in here, but there's really nothing in here other than the instructions. No backstory about R2D2 or the reason why they decided to go with a smaller version of this. I would assume they did this for price. It's a little bit more affordable than the bigger version, so I guess more people can afford to buy it, and it's also smaller, so I guess easier to display. But in my opinion, I do like it. I don't know if I like it more than the bigger versions. I think I actually prefer the bigger versions just because it had more functionality and you could do more with it. But hey, everyone can have their own opinion about that. So on here I have the little, I have added around the plate. They're not supposed to be there, but these are the additions that you can add onto R2. So I actually just put it on here. If whatever version I'm doing, I'll put the little plates on here so I don't lose them, because obviously that's probably the worst thing that could happen when you have parts that you want to put on and you can't find them. So I have a miniature R2D2 right there. You can see the little plate there talking about R2. You can read that there, all about him there. It does come with an exclusive minifigure. This is Darth Malak, and I will be honest, I am not too familiar with Darth Malak. Apparently he was involved in the Jedi Civil War. But since I never read that story or know nothing about it, I'm not going to pretend that I know too much about it. But that's him. He looks like a decent character. Back is like that. There's no second face. He's got this weird kind of, I don't know, face thing on his face there. So I don't know if that's a breathing apparatus or what that is. Printing on the front, decent. He's got some, the red obviously, and then all this detailed printing on the front. He's got a little bit of a cape here, and the printing on the back is almost non-existent. A couple lines there, but nothing too crazy. So that is Darth Malak, the Sith Lord that's included in this set. So I believe he's exclusive to this set. So if you want this figure, then you can only get it with R2. So let's have a look at R2 by himself. This part here is the antenna there. It is removable. I remember the other version you were able to, I believe, it folded into the head thing, and you can pull it out. This one it's basically an attachment that you just place on there. Let's see, this third wheel, his third little rotating wheel there does come off, so you can. So the arms these are very flexible, or movable anyways, not very flexible, but they move. So you can pretend he's walking. There's no real wheel on this thing, so it doesn't, you can't slide it very easily. This does come off, so you can just pull this piece off if you want to display R2 such like that. Without it, you certainly can. I prefer to have the wheel there. Just one, I don't want to have to look for where I put it. And number two, I think it just looks cooler with it. But obviously R2 spends a lot of time in this form too, so hey, why not have him in that form if you wish. So the other areas that obviously the head does rotate. So you can rotate the head all 360 degrees if you wish, any which way you want. There's no hindrance there. The torso does move up and down as the legs swivel. I don't know if the legs swivel all the way. No, they have limited swivel, and they seem to kind of go somewhat in tangent with each other, because I'm not moving the other leg, but it does move with it. So there's that. All right, very good. And so that's there. And then again, where the wheels, you can add the wheel right through that little slot right there, and that's easy to put on. You just slide that right in. Very good. So that's R2 there. Now, with the attachments on the side, there are the two that it comes with. So if we swing this around, you can see one over there is this one over here, which is kind of like more of a claw thing. And the other one is a cannon of sorts. So he's got a little weaponry there. So let's have a look at where those go. So you would have to basically flip off these little white panels here. So there's one on each side, and depending on if you're displaying them, I'm just going to put them right here for now, off the side, off camera. And then, so basically, you can have the cannon in any, you can have it in a down position or up position, but to me, if you're going to put the cannon on, might as well have it active. So we'll just plop it on first to make it easy. There. And then you just rotate this up, and there you go. He's got a cannon there that you can use. And then over here, he's got the claw thing. Again, you can plop that straight onto here. Let's have that in there so it's in there all the way, and then you can move that up. So that in a nutshell is R2 with all his accessories on. His foot down there, the two little, the cannon here and the claw thing here. It does not come with a lightsaber. So there's no lightsaber to shoot out for Luke. So you can't play with that part. And then there's the antenna on top there. And you, as I said, you can swivel. I'm just going to move that back just a hair. And so as we turn R2 around, you can see the back of it. It's got a little green panel there. Very good white paneling there. I mean, it's classic R2 in the back there. And yeah, so that is R2 in a nutshell. And, you know, I'm still debating whether, you know, I do love the set. It's a really cool set. Smaller, so more compactable. I do kind of prefer the bigger sets, but certainly from a cost perspective, this is much more affordable. It does come with the bells and whistles, and honestly, since I built the other R2, I don't really play with it. I would display it next to it, but I have it off-site, so I don't really have it here. But it does have a lot more bells and whistles. The paneling, everything kind of hides in it. You don't have to pull off parts, everything kind of within it, and it's a lot bigger. So there's pros and cons, I guess, just like with all the other miniature vehicles they've kind of made recently. Obviously, the Ultimate Collector Series sets are really nice and they look really cool, but they're huge and massive, hard to move, and they take up a lot of space. So if you're looking to get an R2, don't have a lot of space, and you know, or just like R2, and from a cost point of view, you just want to get the smaller version, it's a good buy. It is a good buy. I bought this from Star Wars Day. I don't regret it. So now I actually have 3 R2s. I had the original one. I have the one they made a few years ago, which I think they're still selling. And I have this one. And why? Well, because I like R2. So now I have, so now I have 3 different versions of the R2. And all of them I like. Where this one ranks, I'm still debating. As I said, from a price point of view, this one's great. It has most of the functionality of the other ones, but the other one, just because everything's in it, I think is a little bit cooler. But I don't think you can go wrong if you're a Star Wars fan. I think you're going to like this set. Yeah, very good set there indeed. So I don't know what they're going to plan to do in the future with these Lego sets. I'm hoping, and I think they are making a C-3PO set, I hope. to go as a companion set with this. And this one, it will be a rich, if they do make a C3PO set, this version of R2 would scale much better, because with the larger R2, you just wouldn't be able to make a C3PO that large, I don't think, without looking just really, really weird. So it'd be kind of cool if they made a C3PO in conjunction with this. It would have to be fairly large, so, you know, about here, I guess, maybe a little bit taller, just to make it in scale. So it'll be a pretty big set, but at least it'll look kind of cool to have the two of them together. Maybe they'll do that, who knows? But I'm still waiting to get a C3PO droid that looks actually like C3PO. That'd be really nice. And who knows what else they can do with that they're going to come up with. With Star Wars, they're always coming up with really cool builds. And I can't wait to see what they come up next with these type of builds here. So let us know in the comment section what you want to see from Star Wars Lego in the future for these type of builds. And please hit that like and subscribe button, so we know you're enjoying our content, and that you do not miss any future collecting fun videos. Again, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. I appreciate you watching, and you guys take care. We'll see you soon.